Hello and welcome to Business Calculus Math 261. My name is Kyle Hoffman. I'm the instructor for the course. Sitting here at the home screen for our D2L course, and the purposes of this video are to just walk you through the logistics of navigating the course, whether it's in D2L or in what we're going to be using a program called MyLabs Plus. So you'll be accessing your homework, your quizzes, and your tests. I also want to speak or just go over the process for how you would access learning materials and also communicate with me. So again, I'm at the home screen for D2L, and I'll start by clicking the Content tab here. Now, you've probably already gotten this far if you're watching the video, because this video is going to be sitting here in the course overview, but I'll also, perhaps this will be sent as a link as well. So anyways, let's click on from the Getting Started menu. You have two options. The way that the college set up D2L this semester, in my opinion, is a little bit, it's not that it's... Hello and welcome to Business Calculus Math 261. My name is Kyle Hoffman. I'm the instructor for the class. So I'm sitting here at the home screen of, or the home screen for our course page on D2L. The purpose of this video is to just walk you through navigating the course in D2L and also in MyLabs Plus. So that means accessing the homework, the quizzes, tests, and also the learning materials. So I guess the first thing I want to mention briefly is that this course was long ago scheduled as a hybrid. That's why the H is there and it's in our section. However, per the college's response to all of what's been going on, this course is now considered online, which means, despite what it says here in this initial announcement, I have to change this, we will not have scheduled meeting times. Okay. That being said, you should have everything you need, hopefully, and I'm still going to be available to communicate with you. So let me just go through briefly here. I've got a max time of 15 minutes before the software I'm using will shut this video down, so there should be plenty of time. I'm going to start by clicking on the Content menu here. And getting started, this is the new format that the college has decided to go with as far as how to lay out D2L. That reminds me, let me switch to student view so we're seeing the same thing. Okay, so back to content. Yeah, so this layout is by design of the college. I wish it was a little more simple, to be honest with you. With that being said, if you know where to focus on as far as a few key elements, hopefully there shouldn't be too much of an issue navigating all of this stuff. So the first tab is Welcome to the Math Department. If you've never had a class with the Delaware Tech Math Department in general, this might be a nice place to check out. There's not a whole lot going on. I'm going to include my instructor info, which should already be up. Yeah. So there's me, just a brief bio of me. I guess I'm supposed to include a picture. Maybe I'll do that later. Anyway, as of now, there's no picture of me, but here's my email. This is definitely the best way to communicate with me. Any questions whatsoever. I'll also show you another way to send homework questions to me, but any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact me via email. If you notice, I do have student hours. So this is like structured time I have available to meet with anyone that would like to in a Zoom session. It's by appointment, but really, if you have any questions and we need to meet, that's something we can work out. It doesn't necessarily need to be, if you're busy during these hours, for instance, that's not necessarily a problem. This is just my structured time. So if you ever do feel like you want to reach out with any questions at all, or if you want to meet with me to go over content, definitely email is the best way to go. Okay, so we'll get out of the meet your instructor. And the rest is just, things to know for success, just things if you want to check those out. Math course information. This will be a nice tab here. So course overview. This is where this video we're watching currently is posted, or will be posted. Syllabus, if you want to check that out. This is a nice document to look at. I'll actually open it very quickly. I should say document. It's a web page. This just highlights the communication. Again, this is my email, and you should expect a response from me within 24 hours always. Usually sooner than that. Here's course materials. Got a TI 83, 84 in particular is the calculator you want for this class. A lot of videos that I'll be making in response to homework questions, I'll be using this specific calculator. So this is the one you want in order to follow with a majority of the content. So if you don't have a calculator, get yourself one. The tests are not proctored for this semester officially. So normally I would say don't use the graphing calculators on your phone. However, with the test not being proctored, that's not something that's going to be regulated. So have access to an 83 or 84 graphing calculator. Of course, your student ID, that would be potentially necessary if we ever do need to proctor exams. That being said, even you don't have a student ID if you're a new student this semester, you won't have an ID. That's not something you're going to need because again, the tests are not being proctored. All right, so late work is I'll go over the schedule. We can talk more about late work, but essentially, you need to contact me ASAP if you think you have outstanding assignments. Exams. This goes over homework, quizzes. That's all stuff you can review on your own. Honestly, I'm trying to give you a synopsis of how to view things. Okay, so this is a nice little synopsis page here. It goes over the weighted portions of your grade. So there are 4 unit tests in this class, 5 total exams. The only test that's truly cumulative is the final. So every other test just tests the unit itself. Now, that being said, math does build on itself, so there is a cumulative nature to all the tests. But again, the only one that actually does truly test all of the chapters is the final. So 4 tests plus the final makes 5 total exams, all weighted equally, and includes the final at 70%. And then there's 4 quizzes, 1 per unit, that are worth 10% of your final grade. Homework, I'll show you MyLabs Plus here in this video soon. And then there will be 1 to 2 projects, something simple I'll announce as we progress in the course, worth 10% of your grade. Okay, so that's the breakdown of where your grade is found. Let's just take one more look at math course information. The schedule. This is the other spot we want to check out. So the schedule, really important page to have. Each week tells you what's due. I'll remind everyone each week in the announcements of what's due. Specifically, however, this document lays it all out by date. You know exactly what's due. If you notice that assignment's due by the Sunday midnight of that week. So everything listed nice and neat in one spot. So make sure you check the schedule out. Let's go back to math course information one more time, because if you notice, the first stuff that's due is the homework, and I want to show you where to access that. So 2 places. You can click this link here, MyLabs Plus, or from where we're at, math course information, you can click here. I'm just going to click the generic one down here, MyLabs Plus. There's a link that takes us to MyLabs Plus. And you're probably only going to have one option here, assuming you're only taking 1 math class, but this is our class. Oh, let me go back. I would like to show you how to log in. It's going to be important, assuming you've never used MyLabs Plus before. Let me log out. All right, so you follow that link, right? MyLabs Plus from the home page takes you here. And make sure it says Delaware Tech up top. So you make sure you've used the right, especially if you're typing this in yourself to the browser. So your sign-in credentials, same as your Delaware Tech username, is your sign-in for MyLabs Plus. So if you're not sure what that is, it should be on your schedule. It's your email, everything before the @DTCC part. So your Delaware Tech username, your password is math student, MATHSTUDENT, math student, all lowercase, no spaces. And then if you would like to change it, you'll have the option when you go in. It's up to you if you want to change it. A lot of people don't. So here's the course. And this is the spot where all of the work is going to be completed. Everything. Even there's some redundant stuff in D2L, the different ways to access the resources, but you can also all get it through here. So let's start with, suppose I've got to go to course home so we can see the setup that you'll see. All right, so click on assignments. Always a good spot to go to if you're not sure where you're at in MyLabs Plus. All right, so very convenient. Everything that was listed on that schedule, right? If I were to go back to the schedule, it says that the first 2 sections are due this week, 1.1, 1.2. So let's actually stop. I'll leave this open real quick. If I go back to the content menu here, there's 2 ways to approach this. There's the D2L approach. So if you notice down the list here, it says Unit 1. Well, in Unit 1, we have links to the learning resources. So if you notice, there's textbook resources here. This is a link to the PowerPoint slides. This is a link to all of the videos. And this is a link to MyLabs Plus. It literally just takes you right back to MyLabs Plus. It's all in the unit. So again, the there's PowerPoint lectures here and there's video resources here. And they're all for this first unit. Now, I'm kind of the mindset, I like viewing it in MyLabs Plus. If you go to Video, Resource, and Library, same exact resources are broken down by chapter here. I just linked everything in D2L. So I'm just going to select all. So here again are those PowerPoints that were found in D2L. The videos in bold are the ones that you need to watch for each section. So like if you notice, I'm going to isolate this to just section 1.1. Right, we'll find now. So if I'm doing the section 1.1 homework or just approaching 1.1 in general, I've got the PowerPoint lecture. You don't have to necessarily tackle this first per se, but I would open it, have it available to look over maybe before or after or even during the time you're watching the video. So notice the one in bold is the one you want to watch for 1.1. Everything else is additional videos. So these aren't available in D2L, which is why I kind of like just going in this route. But this is the one you'll find in D2L, one in bold. At least watch the video in bold. Here's a link to the textbook if you want to read the textbook. I find the textbook pretty helpful reading through the textbook. But primary thing, watch the video. At least look at the PowerPoint. If not, even more, read the textbook. Then you're ready to do the homework. So if you go back to your main page and go back to assignments, let's click on that 1.1 assignment and like question 1, right? So if you're not familiar with MyLabs Plus, the way it works is if you get the answer wrong, then it'll tell you and it'll give you some recommendation as far as your ideally won't come up this big on your end. Let's see if I can shrink that. Yeah. It'll give you some, depending on the problem, some hint or reminder or definition that you might need. If you get the question right, it'll say, hey, nice job, and then it'll actually populate your score. So notice I actually got 6.67% for completing that question, doing it right. If you get the answer wrong, and you get it wrong again, it'll typically give you the same hint if you get it wrong again. Make this happen. There you go. In this case, that was the third attempt, believe it or not. So sometimes it's 2. Anywhere from 2 to 3 attempts, it'll give you the right answer. It'll tell you it'll give you your wrong answer, it'll tell you what the correct answer was, and it'll give you the option to do the problem again. You want to do the problem again in order to get the points for that section. Right? So try again, and then get the problem correct, and then you can move on to the next problem having gotten the credit. So other additional links to similar resources, and actually one of the key resources here as well. During while you're working in your homework, under question help, this is not one of the good examples. Not all of them have the best. This one probably does. Yeah, so some of the simpler ones don't, but the majority of the problems, when you go to question help, they have a view an example, which is a great spot to go. It literally just walks you through a similar problem step by step. Again, this menu will look better on your end. But just continue, and it'll take you through a similar problem step by step. One of the best spots a lot of students like to go to get through a lot of these problems is to simply view another example with similar number, or with different number, similar problem. Here's a link to the primary video for that section again. There's the textbook link, and then you want to use the Ask My Instructor link for any question that you would like me to respond to. Don't hesitate to use this option. Sorry if I'm talking fast, by the way. I've got a 15-minute cap. So, yeah, just send. You don't have to even type me a message if you don't want to. You can just simply click the send button. But either way, if you have a question you'd like me to make a video response, it's a matter of just sending, clicking the question help and then clicking on Ask My Instructor. So that's how you go about accessing the homework. And then the quizzes and the tests are also found in MyLabs Plus. Now, they're not due the first week, so more to come on that. But hopefully given this video, I at least got you enough to get started. I didn't go through all of the particulars of the unit stuff, but primarily the whole Getting Started tab and accessing the course schedule and getting into MyLabs Plus and getting work done. Okay, so if anyone has any questions for me, again, feel free to email me using that course information option if you need my email. Look forward to working with you guys, and take care. Thanks. Bye.